Hi everybody, I'm back. As you can tell from the earlier video, the energy coming into this full moon period is going to be pretty intense. Excuse the noise from downstairs. I have Little's home for spring break. So, be aware that there's going to be a lot of emotions going on, and you need to not sit in judgment of yourself about them. So we need to let ourselves feel these in order for them to move through. So be aware that things are going to trigger you today, and try to remember to love yourself through it. So we are going to pull from the Woman Runes deck to see what our feminine aspect needs us to be focusing on. Although I have a pretty good idea already, we're going to see what card we get. So, one card please for the Twinflame Feminine Collective. Alright, okay, so we have the Witch's Hat. So we need to be stepping into our power. And this is by incorporating more ritual. And that does include things like meditation and just getting out for a walk. Going to the park and seeing trees. Or sitting with the trees, sorry. Just things that we do to try and get more grounded. We're highly emotional right now, and the more things that we can try and focus on that get us out of our heads, the better. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now I'm going to get one more card just as a clarifier, and yeah, we get the Self card, the Circle. So karmically, things are clearing. So we need to just let them move through and not try to understand too much what's going on. You may not be able to. Sometimes we just feel what we feel, and it's not even necessarily ours. We do sometimes transmute things for other people. So just keep in mind you might be doing that too. Especially those of you who are sensitive to the energies that are going around right now. So let's see what the Earth Magic deck has to say for the masculine aspect of the Twin Flame. Okay. One card, please. Okay, so for the masculine, they got volatility. Okay, so this indeed could be a little bit of a lethal combination. Okay, so make sure that you're not letting your masculine aspect snap too much back. Especially because emotions are riding really high right now. Luckily, the full moon coming up is in Libra, and that's going to try and kind of balance us out a little bit. But right now, while we're still kind of in the in-between time, it might be a little bit hard to keep a lid on some things, okay? And this could be good and bad, all right? especially if you're sitting on things and not talking about them. Yeah, okay. And then the second card is perspective, okay? Excuse me. It's perspective. So make sure you're trying to keep an open-minded perspective on all the things that are being presented to you right now, in every way. We have a tendency to kind of go through life with our blinkers on, and it's, work, home, TV, sleep, and we get in a routine, and we forget about other things sometimes. So try to make sure that you're doing something that you love every day, and you're making sure that the people around you know that you love them too. It is a fact that we often take for granted that people know how we feel, and they don't always. So make sure that you're telling them in words too. Sometimes some people need to hear it as well. So I'm going to pull one more card from the Sacred Oracle deck, and it is the 8. Okay, so we get the East Shield, which is illumination and clarity. So if we can try and keep things in perspective, something may be brought to our attention that may make things a little bit easier for us to understand. And as hard as that is to kind of let go of the wheel and let life drive, we're all kind of being asked to do that, no matter how scary it is. And even if we don't know where necessarily we're going. But we will get there. So just don't dwell too much in your emotional moments. And make sure that you're keeping people around you who won't let you either. It's really easy to wallow. But all it takes is a little bit of reaching out, and there's always going to be somebody there to give you a hand up. So I hope you guys all have a great week, and just remember, we'll weather this okay, but make sure you're not exploding over things that are not even really part of anything going on right now. Remember that we're clearing, and it might make it a little bit easier to know that we're clearing these things to make room for something that's better. All right? So I will see you guys next Tuesday, and remember, I love you all. Thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing.